Welcome to Fall Rise Give, a space where we invite you to dig into the real cause of your suffering, looking at opportunities for growth with a change in your beliefs, thoughts, and actions so you can be your true self and be inspired. Join us as we explore life's ups and downs and navigate the twists and turns, sharing stories of resilience, hope, and the transformative power of giving back. Whether you're looking for a change, in recovery, or simply seeking inspiration, this podcast is your go-to for candid conversations, raw emotions, and a whole lot of heart. Tune in and discover how to fall, rise, and give back on life's extraordinary journey. Welcome to Fall Rise Give. Turn struggles into opportunities by being your true self and help others. How you doing? I'm bartender Bob. My co-host is Kumar. And Kumar, we're doing something today that we haven't done before. We've got two guests rather than just one. And we're going to kick things off just by saying welcome to the show, everybody. Whoever wants to jump in and say hi, go ahead.
Yeah, it's Kumar here. Welcome, Evan, and welcome, Frank. And I think we might have more than two guests or more than four guests today. We might have a couple of dogs in the background, so it'll be an enjoyable show. We're dog people here, so it'll be a fun show.
So let's talk a little bit about what brings us here today with you guys. Frank and Evan, you guys are starting a Serenity Kennel. Tell me about that. Tell us about that.
Well, Serenity Kennel is it's a dog kennel that we're putting together that helps people that are in pursuit of chemical dependency help through rehab or inpatient. And we want to create an area for people where they can bring their dogs and have their dogs cared for while they go pursue the treatment that they need. And currently there's that's a big gap in the recovery community at this point. It's very hard to find places to care for your dogs while you're pursuing your chemical dependency treatment. So Evan and I met in treatment, and we talked a little bit about how difficult it was to find places for our dogs, and this concept just kind of developed from that.
Was it hard to come up with that original idea?
You know, it's very surprising to us. We had a chance to talk about this, and a lot of people that we talked to are very surprised that this concept isn't already out there and a tried and true model for people for seeking help. So the concept was kind of just grew grassroots, just us talking back and forth. And like I mentioned, we're very surprised that it hasn't been attempted before.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I think people need all sorts of help when they're trying to get help. And it's an impediment for them with their pets because they obviously love their pets very much, and they're kind of a source of support and comfort for them, and they don't want to leave them in just any place. And so I'm sure it was really hard for you guys to start to figure that out. So I think it's a really good thing that you guys are doing. How has it gone so far? Where are you guys in the process, and what has it been like?
Part of our efforts so far are getting our name out there through various media platforms, and we thank you guys so much for visiting with us today. And we are currently being funded mainly through GoFundMe and personal donations. We just completed our 501c3 paperwork, so we'll become a tax-exempt organization. So we'll be able to take on donations from foundations and companies who will be able to take advantage of those tax benefits. So not only can they give to help people in the community and pets, they'll be able to take advantage of some tax advantages as well.
Did the inability to find a place for your dog cause you anxiety when you're looking to get into treatment?
Personally, I was fortunate to have a friend that could take my dog for the month I was gone. But I can speak through others. That was a very huge barrier for people to go to treatment. I mean, it's a big decision to try to get a hold of your life again and ask for help. And the people that I've spoken with they did very similar to Evan's situation, because there were not resources available. They either delayed or just didn't go to treatment, and things can, spiral quickly at that point. So when you know you need treatment and there's barriers in the way, people can latch onto those barriers and decide not to take advantage of some of these opportunities to get better.
Mm-hmm. So does your fur baby help you through your recovery process?
Absolutely. Having Mia around is a godsend. Just to wake up to a smiley face. Part of my what I do in my program is I try to go on a lot of walks and introspective walks, and Mia's just a partner to take with me. It's great exercise, helps clear the mind, and just a companion that is happy to see you no matter what, and that's pretty rare in this world.
Kumar, I know that you have similar things that you do with your dogs as well. You take your dogs for walks and use your dog as part of your daily meditation.
It's amazing how dogs backwards is equal to God, right? And so to me, they are like a, easy way to show you love, unconditional love. Only thing that they want from you is just food. And, and they're definitely persistent at that. But, we love it. I walked the dog twice yesterday. As soon as we're done here, I'm going to be walking Sam, my dog. And it's amazing to have a companion that you really care about, that you love. To me, it's like a family member. It's like a child for me. And so it's just an amazing way to give and receive love. As far as this program that you guys are doing, Serenity Kennel, what has been the biggest struggle? Obviously, probably funding probably has been getting the word out. What has been, I'm sure there's organizations out there that are willing to help. Is there anything out there that we could, that you wanted to highlight, or any struggles that you've had with that process?
Obviously, funding is a big part of it. Thank you for bringing that up. We're running into some administrative challenges. Just something current that came up is acquiring insurance for fostering. We've reached out to a couple companies, and they're not writing policies at this point. So there's that challenge. The world's going to social media, and just to keep up on posting something and keeping people engaged on a daily basis is a time-consuming endeavor that we do our best, but there's other areas that we need to focus on for growth. So doing that type of thing is one of the issues we're running up against at this point. Obviously, looking and finding a kennel that's suitable for what we're looking for. So there's a few things here and there, not insurmountable. It's a challenge that we accept and we embrace. It gives us good purpose every day, gives us inspiration, and we absolutely are convinced that what we're doing will be beneficial for people and their pets.
Have you talked to the Humane Society or different recovery centers to see if there's any support there that's available?
Well, we've been in contact with the ASPCA, which is they are running a fostering program called Positive Recovery, and they're looking to branch out nationwide. So they do the fostering side of things. So we're hoping to partner with them, use their expertise to build our fostering program. And there's some other local companies, the Pink Cloud Foundation, which is just a go-between between people that are seeking recovery and pets. They don't facilitate any of that, but they do create that connection to allow people to contact others that may want to foster, and then they help collaborate those two together. As far as a brick and mortar kenneling service for this, we have yet to find any other mission that is uniquely subset as we are. So our overall goal is to have a kenneling service that's available for immediacy and immediate use. So when somebody decides they want to go to treatment, we want to have a kennel available immediately. And then as they go through their treatment program, many people decide to go into a sober living situation after treatment. And those are 6 months to 12-month commitment. And what we would like to do is, as we build our fostering program, is move those dogs from a physical kennel as they go through their treatment, and then eventually find them foster homes that will take care of their animals while they continue their treatment through sober living.
Now, I know you guys are headquartered right now in the Twin Cities. Are you looking to do this just in the Minnesota Twin Cities area? Are you going to try to roll it out nationwide, or how are you looking to scale this eventually?
I think it's absolutely scalable. There are people that need recovery throughout the country, throughout the world. Obviously, we want to be able to crawl before we walk, but we envision and we talk about some future plans, how maybe we're not going to have a physical kennel in all 50 states, but there are kennels in all 50 states. And maybe we can partner with those kennels where they might set aside a few kennels every month that will be open to immediate use. They'll take the dogs for a month. They can bill it through our company or do it as a donation. Another big issue that people have with kenneling is it's very expensive. To kennel your dog for 30 days can be thousands and thousands of dollars, multi-thousands of dollars. And what we want to do through our foundation is build up funding to create scholarship funds for those that can't afford to pay the full kennel rate. So it's going to be really critical and important for people that are, down on their luck, down and out, and they just can't afford a kennel. We want to say, you're welcome here. We'll take care of your dog. We'll figure it out. You go get the help that you need, because when you get out of treatment, you're going to be a much better owner. You're going to be a contributing member to society. And we see this as a continuing thing that grows. So the people that we help will come back into the fold, if you will, and help us continue this mission through volunteering, through us, through fundraising. So we do see this, hopefully down the road being something that can help people from all corners of the world.
Yeah, I really like the idea of partnering with different kennels and different organizations. I think as you get your own independent setup, partnering with different folks may be a good idea. And I'm sure some of them would donate certain pieces of their kennel, especially if they've been around the AA community, or what we call the attitude adjustment community. People out there, and so have you reached out to the wider folks in the recovery communities at all for support, or any thoughts on that?
Yeah, we are closely aligned with the treatment center that we went to, the retreat, and that is a community. It's a inpatient rehabilitation center that's located in Wayzata, Minnesota, and it's been a godsend. There's such a great community of people there, and through that community, we are getting in touch with. As a matter of fact, we just have a CPA that's coming on board to help us, not on the actual board, but who's going to come volunteer with us and do our taxes for us. We're reaching out to attorneys that are in the recovery community, vets that are in recovery community, people that want to do service work, being it taking dogs for a walk or cleaning kennels or driving people from the kennel to treatment, or that type of thing. So there's a real broad community of people in the AA community that those that are in it understand that service work is a big part of the recovery process. And not only is this a wonderful opportunity for Evan and I to provide service, we believe it's going to open up a whole new era, a new area for people to help with their skills and do service work for this particular mission.
Our podcast is called Fall, Rise, Give, and obviously we've all had falls and we've all, picked ourselves up from it, but it's cool to see that you guys are taking what has basically brought you guys down and then brought you guys together and turning that into a big give. I mean, because you guys are helping other people with open arms, saying, hey, come on in here. Let us help you through your recovery process by taking your pet for you. So that way you'll be able to focus on yourself rather than trying to focus on your pet and yourself at the same time.
I was given the gift of having somebody that I used to board my dog with watch both of them for 6 months while I was in sober living. And she said, no, you focus on you. And that's a big part of where I put this energy back into it, is remembering that I could focus on me. And I feel like my recovery is a lot stronger now because I got the opportunity to do that, to go to treatment, to go to sober living and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's totally awesome. I think the mission that you guys have is pretty amazing, pretty powerful. I think what I'd like to do is to put a link on our website, at least for you guys, to especially your website or your GoFundMe page, to be able to support that. Do you guys have a website?
Yeah, it's www.serenitykennel.org. So that brings you to our site where you Yeah, would be very pleased if you could also have a link for our GoFundMe. But our website does have um, a volunteer page where you can fill out and get on our list for volunteers, being it a foster, a driver, if you have a professional services background. So all that's available on our website. We just started a unique thing called Andy's Academy, and Andy is one of our consultants, and we're so fortunate to have met Andy. She has 20 years in the pet care industry, and the last 15 years until she retired, she was an owner operator of a 60 bed kennel. So she's been instrumental for us as far as we don't even know what we don't know yet, and she's been down that road. She's taken care of these pets. She's has many certifications and accreditations. And so every month she's going to, or about every month, we'll be posting a blog from Andy that talks about, how to puppyfy your house, how to the first week with your new foster, just a broad range of topics that will be very helpful to people that are fostering dogs or just have general dog questions. We're going to open a forum up that people can email questions, and monthly she'll answer select questions. So we're trying to create a sense of not just community, but also resources for people that are taking in fosters or just general pet care questions. She's an expert in the area, and she's more than happy to share her knowledge with us and with others.
Well, how's the reception been with the recovery community for what you guys are working on for the Serenity Kennel?
People are really surprised that this hasn't been done before, and we're not sure if we're crazy or what's going on, but the amount of support has been fantastic. We have an opportunity because we're very involved with volunteering and other aspects of the recovery. That we do the kennel as our main service function, but we do volunteer in other AA activities, and so we have a chance to be around the community a lot. And the support has been fantastic, not only from people funding us with private checks and private donations, but driving people to our website. And our GoFundMe goes in spurts, and there's been a lot of support from the recovery community. So the support that we received is really beyond what I even imagined.
So let's talk a little bit about motivation, because one of the things that Kumar and I are kind of focusing or kind of pivoting toward is more motivation when it comes to the podcast. So what's kept you guys motivated with doing this? And you're, because I'm sure that you woke up some days, you're like, why in the hell am I even doing this? Nobody, am I the only person that cares about this? I mean, it sounds like you're getting some traction, but how are you keeping yourself motivated to keep going and to keep trying to grow this and to try to make this actually a brick and mortar and a thing that you can take your dogs to?
Especially when the tough times come, right? When the funding isn't there or you run into obstacles, overcoming struggles, right? That's when the motivation is required. How are you guys keeping going and staying positive?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. And Evan and I were just on the phone this morning talking about this. Like anything else, there's ebbs and flows in business and in life. And, it's been amazing. Every time there seems like a little slight lull in what we're doing is all of a sudden we'll get like for you guys, for instance, we get a call to come on our podcast, come visit with Fall, Rise, and Give. That's like a total shot in the arm. Or we had an interview with WCCO last week. The previous week, we had a very nice $5,000 personal donation from an anonymous source. So we just believe that these things keep presenting themselves in front of us and letting us know we're on the right path. It's, anything that's worth having is worth working for. And, I've talked, Evan and I have spent countless hours just talking, and not just about business and about the kennel. And, Evan said something, and I hope I can share this. He's like, Frank, this is something that I think I was born to do. This is my calling. And I think about that, and I'm like, that's powerful to me as well, because I feel the same way. This is all the trials, tribulations, challenges that I've had led me to this moment right here. And I couldn't be more excited about it.
Yeah, I love it. I spent a lot of time on motivation, mindset shifts, manifestation of what your dreams and your. I want to recommend a couple of books to you guys, and we'll do that offline maybe. But our purpose and our goals become real when we take our gifts from our struggles and when we share them with others. So our purpose, our goals can be goals for whatever you want, and you can achieve them depending on whatever. But our true purpose is really based on when you can take those gifts of yours to help other people. So your purpose in life is, in a way, for anybody, is when you can take your gifts and your struggles and turn them into gifts and give them to other people. And that's what you guys are able to do. And that's what's really exciting about this process, is that you're kind of finding your purpose. And with a purpose-driven life, there's a book on that even, but you can achieve a lot more. It doesn't have to be all coming at manifesting it all, multi-million-dollar business tomorrow, but little baby steps along the way, and keep yourself positive and going after your goal. But I highly recommend that book, Manifesting with Alignment. And it's really, when you find that purpose, there's a bunch of books that I could recommend to you guys. But yeah, keep reading, keep going after it, keep motivating yourself, and lots of people, lots of resources will come almost in a magical way. And like you said, this WCCO interview, the big donor that came through, our situation and how we had a cancellation and you guys are able to fit in. So manifestation is a powerful thing. And it maybe gets a little too hyped up, but it's a real thing that you can, whatever your mind can conceive, it can achieve. And so there's a quote on that on our website as well. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of manifestation, and you guys are doing it, so which is really cool.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring up the whole manifest thing as well, because Kumar, you and I have talked about that a lot of times. A lot of times, if you're thinking positively about something and putting that positive energy out there, a lot of times it'll happen. And it's cool that that things seem to be happening for you guys, which is really cool. So, Evan, let me ask you this: as a new business person, what advice would you give to somebody that's looking to get off the chemicals, get off of the alcohol and drugs and whatnot, and looking to do this and start something like this on their own?
A quote, I think it's in the big book, but the hoop that you have to jump through is wider than it appears. And I think about that a lot, but it's taking that first step and jumping through that hoop. You'll make it. The hoop is wider than you think.
You just mentioned something. I don't know if I can make it. I think a lot of times people give up on themselves before they actually give themselves an opportunity to do something. And I mean, I know that from life. I know that from my siblings. I know that from my friends. I just know that all around that, sometimes people just give up when they didn't take that first step. And a lot of times it just takes that first step to go ahead and do something and make it happen.
There's a certain amount of paralysis by analysis. It's just overthinking things. All these what ifs. There's a certain amount of fear. There's a certain amount of loss of control. There's a certain amount of fear of failure. When you're aligned behind a project such as this, where the end goal is to help others, that motivation comes pretty easily for us and gives us a chance to be of service to others. And like what Kumar was saying is, if you can take your trials and tribulations and your challenges and take that to help others get through those trials, tribulations, and challenges, that's what life's all about. We're here to help each other. And we truly believe there's great, great good in this world. And people just want to have a conduit to help others. And we really want to be that conduit to help people that are struggling. That they have dogs that they need to have care, to have dogs that need care while they're away. There's not that option available right now. And we want to just take that barrier away so they can get help and be helpful to others. It's Kumar, you hit it the nail right on the head. It's using the combination of our history to help others is really what what this is all about. That's our motivation.
A quote that I hear oftentimes in the attitude adjustment program is, don't leave before the miracle happens. It's just right around the corner, right? And it's just, don't quit before the miracle. And so there are lots of little miracles, lots of little obstacles that just kind of guide us through. And you guys are actually helping me. I was having some doubts in the last couple of days about different things that I'm working through. And you guys are helping me today to kind of reframe, saying, what you teach is also what you need to learn. And so to truly learn something, you have to teach it. And so for me, it's really, I can't quit before the miracle. That's helping me as well. So this has been a great conversation.
How do you want people to think or to know Serenity Kennel? I'll start with you, Evan.
I want us to be a name that people jump to right away. Oh, these are great people that take care of their dogs, because these people know, because they've been through it themselves.
Right. What about you, Frank?
I want Serenity Kennel to be synonymous with serenity. And that may sound silly. What I mean by that is we want to bring that peace to people that are struggling. They don't know what to do. Where am I going to put my dog? How am I going to pay for this? How can I get the treatment that I need? We want to take that whole barrier away. So we want Serenity Kennel. I personally would like Serenity Kennel to be known as a place that you can bring your dog while you go take care of treatment. I want it to be known as the place that will take care of your dog while you get better. There's a lot of, and to jump back into the hoop idea, there's a lot of hoops you have to jump through to go to treatment. I mean, not only who's going to take care of your dog, who's going to pay the bills, how do you get a leave of absence for work? How are you going to get a ride there? How are you going to pay for it? There's a whole avalanche of things that need to be done, and we just want to take away one of those pieces to make it easier. So we'll take care of your dog while you take care of yourself.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Fall Rise Give, where we explore stories of resilience, growth, and giving back. If you enjoyed today's episode, please visit our website at www.fallrisegive.com. Also, consider subscribing to our podcast on your favorite platform and leaving us a review. Your feedback helps us to continue to bring you inspiring stories. Stay tuned for our next episode, and remember, every fall is a chance to rise, and every rise is an opportunity to give. Until next time, keep falling, rising, and giving. This is Fall Rise Give, produced by podcastforhire.com. Thank you for listening.